Alrighty, folks, you know I'm feeling great on a Friday morning because we are now 4-0 in our last four extra daily picks on my premium page. I had the over in the Kent State UCF game yesterday, and we got the job done in the fourth quarter. And the good news is, folks, I have another extra daily pick going off here today for just $2.99. Now, if you sign up for that extra daily pick here today, you're actually going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. The math works out to be just 9 cents a day. Now, one more thing to add, if you sign up for my extra daily pick, you're also going to get access to my daily best play every single day for the next 30 days, absolutely free. It's going to be included with your purchase. I currently have over 650 members who are signed up and active on my premium page right now. Once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. Of course, you may be wondering what the difference is between what I do here on YouTube and what I do on my premium page. Well, what I do here on YouTube is I'll handicap the entire slate of games in any given sport, side and total. And what I do on my premium page is I actually share with you which games I like the best. And if you want to get access to every single premium selection of mine, you may want to think about signing up for my full access, all-inclusive Chairman package. Chairman members get access to every single personal play of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. As an added bonus, guys, you also get access to my Chairman podcast absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. I'm currently 5-1 in my last 6 daily best plays, 4-0 in my last 4 extra daily picks, and I'm currently 12-3 in my last 15 Major League Baseball tier membership package picks. And the good news is, folks, I have premium plays going off in all of those packages here today. All those memberships have a play going off here today. And I also have one of my premium college football selections going off here today as well for week 1. And with that, folks, let's go ahead and dive into some free content. We're going to start off with Howard taking on Eastern Michigan, 6:30 p.m. East. Now, this game's currently off the board. And I'll tell you what, Eastern Michigan, coming off a pretty solid 2022 campaign. They actually put up 41 points against San Jose State in a bowl game victory to close out the season. And I'll tell you what, this Eagles offense was pretty much clicking on all cylinders toward the back half of the year. Now, they're facing a Howard team who struggled defensively in many different spots last season. They actually gave up 50 points to NC Central in, it was either week 11 or week 12. They also got beat up by teams like Hampton, Alabama State, and a couple of Ivy League schools as well. So I'm not sure what this number is going to open up at, but as long as it's like below 35, I think the Eagles can cover here. Give me Eastern Michigan getting the job done against the spread. All right, next matchup, another directional Michigan. It's Central Michigan at Michigan State, 7 o'clock East. The Michigan State Spartans are minus 14, totals 45 points. And even though the Spartans struggled defensively at times last year, they certainly outclass Central Michigan with regard to talent and athletes. They also covered the point spread against the likes of Penn State, Michigan, and Wisconsin last season, so they have shown they can cover the number. At least they did last year. Of course, they're facing a Central Michigan team who really struggled on the offensive side of the ball, didn't move it very well, and that's especially alarming considering, the MAC. It's very loose defensively. It's not known for their defense. They score a lot of points. They call it MACtion for a reason, and it ain't because of defense. And I'll tell you what, in their collective games against Eastern Michigan, Western Michigan, Bowling Green, Ball State, and Toledo, the Chippewas were held to 19 points or less in all of those gatherings offensively. So I think we may see some more of the same here today. Give me Michigan State minus 14, under 45 in that tight window. All right, next matchup, the Battle of Miamis. It's Miami, Ohio, taking on Miami, Florida, 7 o'clock East. Now, the Canes are minus 17 at home, totals 45.5. And I don't know, guys, for some reason, I just can't imagine the Canes getting up for this one. They're facing a MAC school in their opener at home. I just can't imagine having any sense of urgency in preparing for the Red Hawks. I wouldn't describe their week of practice as sharp, as crisp. I don't know. I don't see them getting up for this one. The problem is they're facing a Miami, Ohio squad who's actually got some players on defense. And it also might get a little bit wet and sloppy tonight with that South Florida weather. I think the Canes come out flat, probably going to get the W, but I think that back door is going to be open in that second half, and I think the Red Hawks are going to walk through. So I think they'll be able to keep it within a couple of scores here. Give me Miami, Ohio, plus 17, under 45.5 in a sloppy one. All right, next matchup, little ACC action. Louisville at Georgia Tech, 7:30 p.m. East. Louisville's -7, totals 50. Now, Louisville had a handful of marquee wins last season. Not a lot of people really have been paying attention to them, but they actually finished the year winners of 7 out of their final 10 ball games. They were a tough program. They had solid victories over the likes of Cincinnati, NC State, Wake Forest, and Pittsburgh, and the Pitt Panthers. And out of those 10 ball games I previously mentioned, the Cardinals covered the number in 70% of those contests. And aside from a steady, efficient offensive unit, it was actually the Cardinal defense who played real solid toward the back half of the year. They're facing a Yellow Jacket program who I wouldn't quite describe as offensive juggernauts. They arguably had one of the worst offensive units in the ACC last season, especially with regard to point production. They also suffered bad conference losses to the likes of Miami, Florida State, and Virginia. Really struggled to move the football in those gatherings. I think the Cardinals get the job done here by a few scores. Give me Louisville -7 over 50. All right, next game, Missouri State taking on Kansas, 8 o'clock East. This game's currently off the board, and even though Kansas struggled in the second half of the season in 2022, I really do think you saw glimpses of how this program has improved, especially early in the season, because they started off the year 5-0 with big wins over the likes of West Virginia, Houston, Duke, and Iowa State. When it comes to covering the point spread, they were actually 8-1 against the number through 9 weeks of football. And even though, like I said, the back half of the year wasn't overly impressive for the Jayhawks, it wasn't for a lack of offensive production. These guys had a pretty good success moving the football for most of the season. Now, they're facing a Missouri State team who suffered losses last year to the likes of South Dakota, Northern Iowa, and Southern Illinois, just to name a few. And in their losses last season, it was the defense who really let these guys down. We'll probably see a double-digit number here, and as long as it's within reason, the Jayhawks should be able to take care of business. Give me the Kansas Jayhawks getting the job done against the point spread. And with that, folks, we're going to jump into our next and final matchup for the video. It's going to be between Stanford and Hawaii, 11 o'clock Eastern kickoff. Now, Stanford's -3 away from home, totals 55.5. And I'm not quite sure why, but I'm actually liking Hawaii here. They put forth a spirited effort against Vandy in the season opener and actually scored 28 points. Quarterback Braden Shager, he threw 35 times and completed 77% of his passes. He actually threw for over 350 yards against the Commodores, and he had 3 touchdown passes. Now, Shager's favorite target was wide receiver Pofele Ashlock, who had 7 grabs for $127 and a score. Now, they're facing a Stanford team who lost their final 5 ball games of 2022, and they allowed 39 points a game in those defeats. Really played sloppy on defense, got totally outclassed. And when it comes to covering the point spread, the Cardinal also failed to cover in 8 out of their last 10. Now, like I said, defensively, it's actually both schools who are a little bit lax on the defensive side of the football. Could be a fun one tonight on the island. Give me Hawaii +3 over 55.5. And with that, folks, we're going to go ahead and jump into our quick pick recap. Give me Eastern Michigan. Let's try that again. Give me Eastern Michigan getting the job done against the spread. Michigan State minus 14, under 45. Miami, Ohio plus 17, under 45.5. I'm 4-0 my last 4 extra daily picks on my premium page. And the good news is I have another extra daily pick going off here today. The link is in my bio. Louisville minus 7, over 50. Kansas getting the job done against the spread. With my next and final free pick for the video, give me Hawaii plus 3, over 55.5. And with that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my website. And just a friendly reminder, if you sign up for a membership here today on patreon.com/BrockPage, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, guys, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships absolutely free. They're going to be included with your purchase. That's why I always tell folks that Chairman package, it's a full access, all-inclusive membership. It gives you access to every single personal play of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you also get access to my Chairman podcast, absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. But most importantly, folks, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that, folks, happy Friday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.